You're probably eating one of these foods every single day, thinking it's healthy, but it's secretly sabotaging your blood sugar and leaving you more tired, foggy, and frustrated than ever. It's not about eating less. It's about knowing better. And after 60, knowing better can be the difference between living independently or slowly watching your energy and clarity fade away. Comment Toy Ban Vakzem Ban Jang O Jiao Tran Han Tring Anti-Aging Hey. So many so-called healthy foods we were told to trust. Those colorful fruit bowls, whole grain snacks, low-fat yogurts are actually wreaking havoc inside your body, especially if you're already dealing with blood sugar issues. The scary part? They don't taste overly sweet. They don't raise red flags. That's exactly why they're dangerous, because you're not looking out for them. Let's start with one that's on nearly every breakfast table, the banana. Sounds healthy, right? It's fruit. It's natural. But here's the shocking truth. One medium banana can spike your blood sugar just as much as a cookie. Why? Because it's loaded with fast-absorbing sugars and very little fiber to slow it down. And if you eat it first thing in the morning without protein or fat, boom, glucose roller coaster. You might feel good for 20 minutes, but by 10 a.m., you're crashing, craving more sugar, and the cycle repeats. So, what should you eat instead? Try half an avocado with a boiled egg and a sprinkle of chia seeds. It's creamy, filling, and keeps your blood sugar stable. Plus, the healthy fats actually nourish your brain and help you stay sharp. Here's a hook for you. Did you know that stable blood sugar can improve your memory and reduce your risk of dementia by up to 40%? That's what recent studies are showing. Now, imagine how much brain power you've been missing out on just because of that innocent banana. Let's move to another so-called healthy trap. Whole wheat bread. That brown color, that hearty texture, it tricks people into thinking it's a better choice. But the glycemic index of whole wheat bread can be nearly identical to white bread. One slice and your insulin levels are already firing up like you just drank a soda. And if you're over 60, your body isn't processing carbs like it used to in your 30s or 40s. Insulin sensitivity declines. That means even healthy carbs hit harder. But here's a better swap. Try a slice of sourdough made from fermented rye. The fermentation lowers the blood sugar response, and rye has more nutrients and fiber than typical wheat. Add some almond butter on top and you've got a powerhouse snack. Small changes, huge results. That's the key. You don't have to go keto. You don't have to starve, but you do need to be smart. Let's talk about a third landmine, and this one is sneaky. Smoothies. You know, those brightly colored drinks with fruit, honey, almond milk, maybe even some oats thrown in. They look like wellness in a glass, right? But here's what most people don't know. By blending all that fruit, you destroy the fiber structure that normally slows down sugar absorption. So your bloodstream gets hit with a sugar bomb, even if there's no added sugar at all. Drinking a smoothie can spike you just like eating candy. But swap in spinach, cucumber, half a green apple, a scoop of unsweetened protein powder, and a bit of avocado, and now you've got a blood sugar-friendly shake that energizes you for hours. You see the pattern, right? It's not about avoiding food. It's about understanding what your body needs now, not what it needed 30 years ago. The rules have changed, your metabolism has changed, and if you're still eating based on outdated advice, you're putting your health and independence at risk. One of the easiest ways to start gaining control is by learning how to balance your meals, not eliminate them. Every meal should have fiber, protein, and fat. That's the real anti-aging combo, because it protects your blood sugar, your brain, and even your mood. Think about that. Stabilizing your glucose can literally reduce anxiety, improve sleep, and help you wake up without that awful morning grogginess. That's not hype. That's science. Doctors are now saying blood sugar management is one of the most underrated tools in preventing age-related decline. And yet, the advice out there is still pushing orange juice for breakfast and granola bars for snacks. No wonder so many people feel stuck. But you're not stuck. You're just one good choice away from taking control again. Now let's talk about the next sneaky health food that's spiking your blood sugar like crazy. And this one might really surprise you. Low-fat yogurt. Yep. The stuff that's marketed as heart-healthy, weight-loss-friendly, and doctor-approved. But here's the truth no one talks about. When food companies remove fat from yogurt, They usually dump in extra sugar or fruit puree to make it taste good again. And your body? It pays the price. You get a sugar spike without the healthy fat that should have slowed it down. Here's something to think about. Do you remember when yogurt used to taste a little tart? That's because it had real probiotics, full fat, and none of that dessert level sweetness. But now, the average flavored yogurt has more sugar than a scoop of ice cream. And the worst part? You think you're making a healthy choice. You eat it with a smile, feeling good about yourself. Then, 2 hours later, you're tired, irritable, maybe even shaky, and you don't know why. So here's what to do instead. Go back to basics. Get full-fat plain Greek yogurt. Add some crushed walnuts, cinnamon, and a few blueberries on top. Now you've got a blood sugar-friendly snack that actually feeds your gut, your brain, and your long-term health. And trust me, your taste buds will adjust. After a week or two without added sugar, real food starts tasting better again. You'll actually taste the natural sweetness of fruit. That's your body healing. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt tired even after a good night's sleep? That's not just getting older. That's unstable blood sugar. And what you eat plays a bigger role than you think. One wrong food choice in the morning can mess up your energy for the entire day. But one right choice? It can set you up to feel clear, steady, and in control, even if you're in your 70s or 80s. Here's another so-called healthy habit that's making things worse. Snacking on dried fruits. Yep, those innocent little raisins, apricots, and dates. They seem like a smart choice. After all, they're fruit, right? But drying fruit removes the water and concentrates the sugar. So a handful of raisins? That's like eating a spoonful of straight-up glucose. Your blood sugar shoots up, then crashes down. And if you're eating them as a light snack, or after a walk, you're undoing all that effort. Instead, try a handful of almonds with a small square of 85% dark chocolate. You'll get healthy fats, magnesium, antioxidants, and your blood sugar will thank you. It's satisfying, and you won't feel like you need to raid the kitchen an hour later. You might be wondering, why does this matter so much after 60? Because your body changes. Your insulin isn't as responsive. Your muscles don't absorb sugar as quickly. And if you're not actively managing your blood sugar, it doesn't just lead to fatigue. It opens the door to type 2 diabetes, brain fog, inflammation, and yes, even depression. One of the top complaints I hear from seniors is, I just don't feel like myself anymore. But what if I told you that feeling like yourself again might be 1 or 2 food swaps away? That's how powerful this is. You're not just managing your health. You're reclaiming your identity, your focus, your energy, your joy. And here's something else they don't tell you. Blood sugar spikes affect your mood. Ever feel cranky for no reason? Short-tempered with loved ones? Maybe a little anxious when nothing's wrong? That's not just stress or age. That's glucose. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. But that's a good thing, because now you can do something about it. Let me tell you a quick story. There's a woman in our wisdom and wellness community, 67 years old. She used to have that classic afternoon crash around 2 p.m. every single day, thought it was just part of aging, until she cut out the banana and oatmeal breakfast combo and started eating eggs with sautéed spinach instead. Within 3 days, the crashes were gone. Within a week, her brain fog lifted. She said she hadn't felt that clear-headed since her 40s. That's not a miracle. That's biology working in your favor. Finally. So if you're still thinking that it's too late to make changes, let me tell you, your body wants to heal. It's always listening. It's responding to every bite, every habit, and every small decision you make in the kitchen is casting a vote for the life you want. You don't need to count calories. You don't need to give up everything. You just need to eat in a way that aligns with where your body is today, not where it was 20 years ago. And here's a challenge for you. Comment below with one food you thought was healthy, but now realize might be doing more harm than good. Let's learn from each other. We're in this together. Because aging doesn't mean slowing down. It means getting smarter, more strategic, and yes, even stronger. You've already started by watching this. Now keep going. Keep choosing foods that support your energy, your mind, your independence. You've got so much life ahead of you. And it's going to feel a whole lot better once your blood sugar is working with you, not against you. Now, let's talk about something that's probably sitting in your pantry right now. Whole wheat bread. I know. It's been marketed as the healthier option for decades. Switch to whole grains, they said. Good for your heart, they said. And sure, compared to white bread, it is a step up. But here's the problem. It still spikes your blood sugar. In fact, a slice of whole wheat bread can raise your glucose just as fast, or faster, than a spoonful of sugar. Why? Because the grains are ground so fine your body digests them super quickly. That fast digestion sends your blood sugar on a roller coaster, up, then down, and leaves you hungry again soon after. So you reach for another slice, or a cracker, or a handful of healthy cereal. Before you know it, your blood sugar has been riding that wave all day long, and your energy, focus, and mood go right along with it. You know what's worse? That foggy, heavy feeling you get after a sandwich. The kind that makes you want to lie down or take a nap. That's not just tiredness. It's your body screaming, "Help, I'm overloaded." And if you've been feeling bloated or swollen in your hands or feet after eating, that's inflammation. And blood sugar spikes are a huge driver of that too. So what should you eat instead? Here's a simple, delicious fix. Swap the bread for a lettuce wrap, or use slices of roasted sweet potato as a base. You still get texture, flavor, satisfaction, but without the crash. Another great trick? Use almond flour tortillas. They hold up well, taste great, and won't mess with your glucose. And yes, it takes some getting used to, but once you start feeling better, you'll never want to go back. There's a woman I spoke to recently. She's 72, lives alone, still drives, still dances twice a week. But she was struggling with focus and mood swings. Thought she was losing her mind. Guess what? She was having whole wheat toast and orange juice every morning. She switched to eggs, avocado, and a slice of tomato on the side. Within 5 days, her mood stabilized. She said, "I feel like I got my brain back." That's how fast your body can respond when you stop feeding it the wrong signals. And while we're at it, let's talk about a food that's really been sneaking into your meals without warning. Fruit juice, orange juice, apple juice, even so-called 100% natural juice. These are glucose bombs in disguise. You're drinking the sugar of 5 or 6 oranges at once, without the fiber to slow it down. And it's hitting your bloodstream in minutes. You might think, but it's just juice. It's from fruit. True, but the problem is, you're not supposed to consume fruit like that. Nature wrapped fruit in fiber for a reason. When you eat an orange, you chew it, digest it slowly, and get the nutrients gradually. But with juice, you skip all of that. You're drinking sugar straight, and your pancreas has to scramble to keep up. So instead of juice, hydrate with water flavored naturally. Add slices of cucumber, lemon, mint. Or make a smoothie with real whole ingredients, spinach, half a banana, a handful of nuts, and almond milk. You'll still get flavor, but you'll also get fiber, fat, and protein to balance things out. And remember, it's not about deprivation. It's about intention. You're not giving something up. You're trading up. You're choosing to feel better in your body, to stay sharp, mobile, and calm. You're choosing to protect your heart, your brain, your energy. That's not a loss. That's a win. Every single time. Here's something powerful to keep in mind. Your body doesn't care how old you are. It cares how you treat it. You could be 62 or 92. Your cells will still respond to better food, better movement, better habits. Aging isn't about decline. It's about adaptation. And you're adapting right now. Just by being here, just by learning this, you're creating a new chapter. Now think about how much of your day is driven by blood sugar. Your morning mood, your midday energy, your sleep, your digestion, even your memory. All of it connects back to how stable your glucose is. And the amazing thing, you're in charge. Not your doctor, not your age, not your past habits. You. So, if you've been living in that space of, "I guess this is just how it is now," I want to challenge that today. Because you deserve to feel alive, to feel clear, to feel capable. And it starts right here, in your kitchen, on your plate. Now let me ask you, what's one small food swap you can make starting tomorrow? Not 10 changes, just one. Maybe you ditch the juice. Maybe you try a savory breakfast. Maybe you leave the bread off your sandwich. That one choice? That's a domino. And when it falls, the rest follow. I'm proud of you for being here. Most people ignore their symptoms. They numb out. They settle. But you didn't. You searched for answers. You clicked play. And now you're rewriting the story. And here's a little secret that makes all the difference. Stable blood sugar doesn't just change how you feel. It changes how you see yourself. You go from, I'm too tired to do that, to, hey, maybe I can. You go from, I'm stuck in this fog, to, I'm back. I remember who I am. Your body is waiting for you. Give it the chance to show up for you the way you've shown up for everyone else all your life. You've carried families, careers, communities. It's your turn now. Let's talk about one last food, and this one really surprises people. Low-fat flavored yogurt. Yes, yogurt. The thing we were all told was a healthy breakfast, a good snack, something to help with digestion and keep bones strong. But here's what's rarely mentioned. When they take the fat out of yogurt, they almost always replace it with sugar, and not just a little sugar. Some of those tiny containers of low-fat fruit yogurt have more sugar than a candy bar. And it's sneaky sugar. It comes in forms like evaporated cane juice, or fruit concentrate, or agave syrup. But your body doesn't care what it's called. Sugar is sugar, and it spikes your blood glucose just the same. Worse, without fat to slow things down, your body digests it fast. So instead of feeling full, you get hungry again in an hour. That leads to more snacking, more cravings, more fatigue. And if you've been feeling like your weight just won't budge even though you're eating healthy, this might be one of the culprits. Now don't worry, I'm not saying you have to give up yogurt. Not at all. But go for the full-fat, plain version instead. That's what your body actually wants. Add a few crushed walnuts, a handful of blueberries, maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon. Now that's a smart snack, one that nourishes without spiking you, one that keeps you satisfied. Not chasing more food an hour later. Sometimes small shifts like that are all it takes. Not cutting out everything, not living in fear. Just choosing better versions. Whole instead of processed. Balanced instead of sweet. Real food over diet food. And remember, food is not the enemy. Food is information. Every bite tells your body something. It can either say, burn fat, think clearly, feel steady, or it can say, store fat, crash hard, crave more. And you're the one deciding what message gets sent. Let me tell you something that no one said to me when I was younger, and I wish they had. Aging doesn't mean breaking down. It means tuning in. It means learning what works now, not clinging to what used to work 30 years ago. You don't have to eat the same way you did in your 40s. In fact, you shouldn't. Your body has changed. Your hormones have shifted. Your needs are different. But that doesn't mean you're fragile. It means you're wise enough to adapt. There's power in that. There's strength in being the kind of person who says, I'm not done growing. Who says, I deserve to feel good in my skin. Who says, my health matters, even now, especially now. Because when your blood sugar is stable, you're not just avoiding diabetes. You're protecting your heart, your memory, your energy, your joy. You're saying, I want more time with my grandkids. Or, I want to walk without pain. Or, I want to feel proud when I look in the mirror. And all of that. It's possible. I want you to imagine something. Picture yourself 3 months from now. You wake up in the morning and your mind feels clear. You've slept through the night. You don't need 3 cups of coffee to feel alive. Your clothes fit a little looser. Your knees don't ache as much. You have energy for the things you love again. Gardening, walking, dancing, laughing. That version of you. It starts with the choices you make today, with the courage to question healthy foods that might be hurting you, with the decision to choose better, not perfect, just better. So don't try to change everything overnight. Just start with what feels doable. Maybe tomorrow morning you swap the juice for a glass of lemon water. Maybe you try eggs instead of cereal. Maybe you check the label on your yogurt and reach for the plain one instead. That's it. That's how transformation begins. And if this video helped you, even just a little, then I want to ask you to do something kind. Share it with someone who might need it. A friend, a sibling, a neighbor, someone who's been struggling but too afraid to ask for help. You never know who might hear just the right message at the right time. Leave a comment below. What food surprised you the most today? What's one change you're going to try this week? I read every single one, and I love seeing this community grow together. And if you want more simple, realistic advice like this, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're building something powerful here, something for people who refuse to believe that aging means giving up. Because it doesn't. You're not too old. You're not too late. You're just getting started. Here's to your blood sugar. Here's to your energy. Here's to your independence, your joy, your future. Here's to living your best life at any age. I'm proud of you, and I'll see you in the next one.